Madam President,
Senator,
I have a privileged motion.
state your motion.
I would move that the Senate refuse to concur in whatever it was the House did to Senate Bill 844. Ask them to recede from whatever it is they did, and failing to do so, grant a conference thereon.
Senator, would you
Secretary of the Senate can clean that language up a little bit. So.
Senator, would you restate the number of the bill?
844.
844. You've heard the motion of the senator from Buchanan. Does any senator desire to be heard on that motion, Senator, from the 11th? For what purpose do you seek recognition?
Madam President, may I inquire the senator from Buchanan?
Senator from Buchanan, do you yield?
I do.
He yields. Proceed.
Senator, I heard the motion. As you know, we
Can we just pause and kind of watch them for a little bit?
Senator, just so you know, I'm happy to wait here until Friday at 6 o'clock and watch them. So,
I was going to say something about we could go to the other side and see something similar,
yes,
but
add some maturity. Add some maturity. Anyway, we worked as a body, very bipartisan way, over the span of several days on an ethics bill, an important priority, a priority of both parties in this body. We came up with not what everybody wanted, but we came up with a fair compromise that addressed a lot of the problems here. Your bill went over there. We've all read media accounts of what they've added, things that don't even belong in an ethics bill, things that have nothing to do with an ethics bill, things that have nothing to do with ethics, things that don't even recognize ethics, things that are unethical, things that are whatever adjective you want to fill in. And I guess what I'm saying is, as we give you leave to go to conference, it is your intent entirely to hold the Senate position and to strip it down from all of the nonsense that was added and hopefully come up with a product that goes back to the Senate position, which was the core elements.
Yeah, let me tell you what I would like to get back to what we sent over was, and remember, this is not the same bill we sent. I mean, they added this to a different bill.
Yes.
Where I would like to be would be language that gives that power to the Ethics Commission to do investigations. And remember, we put the safeguard in that said by a unanimous vote of the Ethics Commission. I think that's important. I would like to try to get at the issue of committee-to-committee transfers where to stop this money laundering. I don't think our version was absolutely the best version that we could do on that, but I think there's some opportunity on that. Then I also would like to go back to that notion that while the legislature is in session or legislation's pending before the governor, that any contributions be made available electronically within 48 hours so there's absolute transparency. I think, in the end, I think that will, stop the appearance of pay-to-play and some of the other issues. Those are kind of the core elements for me. There may be other pieces that they've done. I haven't reviewed the entire bill, other ideas, but I think those are the things that could make a real difference, and that's where I intend to go. And, the rest of the stuff that was added on, if that comes back in conference, then, it's probably not doable in this body.
Right. 844, the base bill was what?
It was a bill, I believe, on contracting with the Office of Administration.
Right. Okay.
So.
I'm appreciative of that. I expected that. As you know, we didn't play any partisan games in this body when we did the ethics bill. We had differences of opinion. We had honest differences of opinion. Whatever they did over there and the partisan games that they played over there, we as an entire Senate worked on that bill, and I'm appreciative that you're going to take that position. So thank you, Senator.
We may have to go from the best. What I'd like to do is go back from the best ethics bill in the universe and get it down to the best ethics bill in the galaxy, and maybe beyond, but not universe.
Well, there's nothing worse in ethics than a bad ethics bill, and that's what we have right now.
It is very problematic.
Yes.
And my intent is to hold true to the Senate position.
Okay.
on this.
Thank you, Senator.
Does any other senator desire to be heard on the pending motion? Senator from Lawrence.
Madam President, thank you to inquire of the senator from Buchanan.
Senator, do you yield? Senator from Buchanan, do you yield?
I do.
Yields. Proceed.
Thank you, Senator. Thanks for the work that you've done on this heady issue that apparently takes in all kinds of subject matters that we didn't anticipate when our meager body was trying to address it. And I trust that you'll do well for us in conference. And you also carry the burden on your shoulders of working to make sure that the public servants have integrity for future generations. I brought one of those future generations here to watch the work we're doing. Paging for us today, inching rather rapidly from the bench where he's supposed to be sitting, William, William, honey, go back. My son, William, is with us today, my older son, Jack Elliott, and my niece, Zoe Hood, and her little brother, my nephew, William Hood, in a minute. Also, on the bench to my right and the President's left is my wife and her brother, my brother-in-law, Paul Hood, who I appreciate very much coming up to watch what we're doing today. And I'm going to probably leave the floor before I get gathered.
Well, I was enjoying watching them and not going down memory lane, but, you know, when I started in this place, my oldest was 1.5 years, and my youngest wasn't born yet. I was born my first session, and I watched my two about that same age grow up and through this deal. And you'll see them here later this week, but they're considerably older. So
I look forward to seeing yours, and I know it goes way too fast.
But it was precious just watching them sit there and kind of reminds us as we get in this last week that you know, the sun will come up on Saturday morning, and we'll go home, and that's what's important. That's right.
Thank you.
Senator from St. Francis.
To inquire the senator from Buchanan.
Senator from Buchanan, do you yield?
I do.
You yield. Proceed.
Thank you. Senator, when this comes back, we're all anticipating not the best bill in the whole galaxy, but the best bill in the whole universe.
Well,
It's bigger and beyond.
It's the galaxy and beyond in the universe, but the universe is bigger than galaxy, and I can't figure out that's
Doesn't
where
matter.
But we'll do better.
Thank you.
Does any other senator desire to be heard on the pending motion? Senator from the 13th, for what purpose do you seek recognition?
To inquire the senator from the Buchanan.
Senator from Buchanan, do you yield?
You've gone over the issue.
Senator, I'm
sorry.
He yields. Proceed.
You've gone over the issues, and I too have looked at this bill, and I think the House, when they took the oath of office, said they'd uphold the Constitution. I think they violated their oath a little bit because this bill is currently very unconstitutional with the way it was written and how many issues it deals with.
I think it's got same subject issues.
So that we could serve in some capacity over the next few days down memory lane, I would be more than honored to serve as one of your conferees.
You're already there.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Does any other senator desire to be heard on the pending motion? Okay. Seeing none, Senator from Buchanan, you're recognized to close.
Thank you. I renew my motion.
Senator from Buchanan has moved that the Senate refuse to concur in House Committee Substitute Number 2 for Senate Bill Number 844 and request the House to recede from its position or failing to do so to grant the Senate a conference thereon. All those in favor of that motion say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it.